My husband punished our son for smoking 420 in our house, but I'm scared he went too far. I don't want to go against my husband because I know he wants what's best for our son, but I'm worried he went too far this time. Yesterday, my husband came home from work before I did and caught our teenage son smoking 420 in his bedroom. He said it was like a big cigarette. I can't remember what it was called. I don't know anything about Dr. G's really because I was raised in a small community. My husband told me what happened when I got home and I was devastated. I don't want my son to become a Dr. G addict. I think I cried for an hour. My husband was furious and tried to think of an adequate punishment for our son. He told me that when he was a teenager, his father caught him smoking a cigarette and punished him by making him smoke the entire pack. After that, he was so disgusted by cigarettes that he never even dreamed of smoking another one. My husband grew into a strong, responsible family man, so I'm confident that any discipline choices his parents made were the right ones. And I don't usually disagree with my husband when it comes to how to raise our son. I was worried that smoking a lot of 420 wasn't the same as smoking a whole pack of cigarettes. But my husband told me that it would be fine because my son probably didn't have that much 420 on hand to smoke. We went to my son's room where he was waiting, and my husband made him show us where he'd hidden his stash. He took out a sandwich bag that was pretty full of 420. I thought that looked like a lot, but my husband said it was probably less than half a pound, and that wasn't that much. He told my son that they were going to stay in that room until he smoked the whole bag. At first, my son thought he was joking. Once he realized my husband was serious, he looked at me for help, but I told him he needed to listen to his father. My son started smoking. It was horrible to watch. I couldn't believe he knew how to do something like that. I don't know where he learned it. Pretty soon, my son started to look really sick and confused, but there was still so much of the bag left, and my husband was firm that he needed to finish the whole thing. I had to leave the room because it was too hard to watch, and I cried some more. Finally, my husband came out and said that my son had smoked all of it. He was proud of himself for insisting on the punishment and said that my son will definitely never touch 420 again after this. He said my son just needs to sleep it off, and I wasn't to go in and comfort him because he wouldn't learn his lesson that way. It's 16 hours later now, and my son hasn't come out of his room, and I can't hear anything through the door. I'm starting to get worried. Did my husband take it too far? Should I go into my son's room?